Hello, good morning. Today I'm here to share the experience of digitalization of EMSA, and really happy to be here with Samuel Olagoke, who is the Research Development Officer for EMSA, which is the European Medical Students Association, which is a really great impact for students for all medical universities. So I'll leave the floor, first of all, to Samuel to introduce himself, but also the activities of this important organization.
So, hi, my name's Samuel Olagoke. As Irene said, I'm the Resource Development Officer for the European Medical Students Association. What we do generally is bring together medical students from medical universities all across Europe, not only those that are inside the European Union, but also countries such as Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and sort of we bring them all together in order to aim for a common goal of improving medical education and also medical services throughout Europe. We do this in several different ways, whether that's getting medical students to be more involved in sort of fixing medical education and making it more personal, or whether it is from uh, just learning about what the new medical advances are out there, and making sure that medical students are as up to date as they can to make sure that when they go into the workforce that they are ready for anything that they come across.
Great. How many students are there in this organization, more or less?
Sure. So EMSA counts about over 50,000 students. This is because we have members from almost all European countries. There are currently over 140 registered faculty member organizations. So those are the universities essentially, and all students that are part of those medical faculties are considered members of EMSA.
Wow, big and structured organizations. And so, yeah, based on your structure, on your decision making processes, you decided to use an online voting platform such as Eligo. And how did you decide that? How did you go? I know you use it in on a self-service basis. Was it simple? What were the challenges? So can you tell us a bit more about these?
Sure. So EMSA is an organization in order to such a sort of sort out who is going to lead EMSA, but also what EMSA's goals are going to be. In order to sort of deal with that, we have two general assemblies per year, one in spring and one in autumn. Recently, we had our spring assembly, which was held in Tübingen in Germany. Due to the lack of an online voting platform, we decided to go ahead and try and use voting cards. So essentially, give all the universities that were present a voting card that they would raise in order to be able to count them. Given that we are such a large organization and that there's a lot of members, there was a lot of difficulty. I had reached out to Eligo to see if we could use their platform in order to have a digital voting software in place for the assembly. They were very quick with their response. They sent out the trial so that we could have a look to see if it was satisfactory with what our needs were. Um, Sort of talking back with Eligo and also seeing their online tutorials. It was very simple to use. It was very simple to teach others how to use Eligo. And so we went ahead and used it for the rest of the spring assembly. And we've been happy ever since. Everything was smooth. Nobody had any complaints. It's just like most online voting platforms that we've had, with sort of a few more benefits that I guess I could explain if you want me to.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we're here. Yeah,
Sure.
it'd be nice.
I mean, for us mainly, customer service was the overarching goal here. We were really sort of in a sticky situation. The effective communication, how easy it was to follow through the tutorials, and given that there was also another phone number we could call in case we needed extra technical support. Were all really big benefits for us. Sort of using a platform that you've never used before, you want to try and make sure that you understand it as well as you can, because it's going to sort of guide how the assembly is going to go. It was all perfect compared to other voting platforms we've used. It was a lot more efficient. It was very easy in order to add everybody's voting credentials to the list and to send them out. And so we were able to make that switch in less than half an hour to continue on with the assembly. So,
Wow. I'm happy to hear that the customer service has been so important for you, because we really invest a lot on that, because we know that voting processes can be quite stressful for so many reasons. And so we don't want to add an element of stress to that. And as always, when you use a new platform, digital instrument, that could be a learning path. And so we want to make it as far as easy as possible. So I'm really happy you have seen these from your from your point of view. Another question I will have is that you I was impressed in seeing how democratic is your process, and how many decisions you actually, as an organization, you make, and they actually have quite a good impact in social life, I would say, because you really work with something that it's in all our lives. And so do you think electronic online voting, for elections, but not for elections, because you use it for so many things, could impact these? What's the impact that digitalization could get?
sure. So for us, one key area that we want to understand is mainly with our policies. So during the year, EMSA makes a lot of policy papers, and these sort of guide what we are going to discuss with European partners, with stakeholder organizations, whether that's taking sides on abortion issues or trying to improve access to sexual health resources, things like this. We want to discuss these with all of our members and ask them, do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? And why? And so having a digital platform, when we do get the results, if we see that although it may have passed, uh, many members might have disagreed, it allows us to sort of and see the numbers and ask ourselves afterward. A lot of people disagreed. Why is this? And in a secondary time, we can have a meeting and ask the membership. Even though it passed, a lot of you weren't satisfied. What was missing? What can we improve? We want to make sure that all of our members are involved in our decision-making processes. And that's not just in voting, that's in also making the actual policies to make sure that everybody's voice is heard.
Wow, great. That's really an important concept. Make everyone's voice heard, and in associations is something. I mean, at the end, associations are made by the final share. Stakeholders are effectively the people that are part of the organization. So really important, this part. And last curiosity, last question that I have is that you probably see you are in a network of other organizations, other associations. How, from your point of view, also compared to the organization that you see how they work, what do you think that is the impact of digital voting in decision making processes?
Sure. So, I mean, given the fact that we are pan-European and we're not always all in the same place just at one
Mm.
time, when sort of big decisions need to be made, and they need to be made as quickly as possible. Having a digital voting platform allows that process to happen as quickly and as smoothly as possible. We have all the members' emails. We can send out credentials. We can send out a link, whether that's on Teams. And given that there's such a great integration between Eligo and Teams, that process is even easier. We can send out a link to everyone, tell them that there's a extraordinary assembly at this time on this day, bring all the members together, have them vote, and make sure that all the democratic decisions that need to be made within the association happen as smoothly and as quickly as possible.
Wow, great. Thank you. I don't have in mind any other questions. I don't know if you have any comments you want to add, but you were really clear.
I mean, no. As EMSA, we've been very happy, and we look forward to sort of going further and making a better relationship with Eligo.
Great.
You know, we're very excited for this. We look forward to using it in Porto as well, because we know our next assembly is going to be in October.
Wow. In
and so,
Porto, in Portugal. Great.
and so we're not sure yet whether we're going to have only in-person voting or whether we're going to do it hybrid as well. But knowing that, if we want to do it hybrid, we can connect it with Teams and send everybody the link to make sure that happens quickly and easily. It's a very good sort of option for us to have.
Yeah, you can vote in presence and remotely with Eligo, so that helps. Yeah. Okay, so really thank you again for sharing with us your experience, and really good luck for everything, and thanks for the work that you do with EMSA also.
Thanks so much.